The Tired Alien. Once upon a time, far out in the galaxy, there lived an alien named Ray. He was friendly and rather cute, short, with light purple skin, blue eyes, two small antennae on the top of his head, and silver wings. He was really smart too. He could speak 62 intergalactic languages, including 21 Earth languages, which he learned on his own. Quite a feat for someone who had never even been to Earth. Ray really loved to learn. He learned how to grow beautiful exotic desert plants on his home planet of Solarius. He learned how to play zone ball, a popular sport among his species, and he even learned to do a pretty good sun samba and aerial dance that involves lots of flying upside down in circles. In fact, Ray was in the middle of doing his signature move, a triple topsy turvy loop de loop, when suddenly his eyelids grew very heavy. His arms fell to his sides, his body slouched, and he let out an enormous yawn. Yawn. Ray was tired. So he headed to his bed, which was a big pile of soft plush grass in the middle of the crater. But no matter how much he tried, he couldn't sleep. "Oh," he said as he tossed. "Oh," he groaned as he turned. He tried counting planets in the galaxy. He even tried changing craters, but nothing worked. Sigh. The reason Ray couldn't fall asleep was because it was too bright out. See, Solaris has two suns, one on the either side of the planet. So no matter which side you are on, it's always sunny. And because it never ever gets dark in Solaris, it's just one long day there. Ray didn't know what to do about this problem. He couldn't sleep, but he was too tired to do anything fun like play zone ball or dance the sun samba or learn another new language. He was too tired to even think straight. Without enough sleep, his mind and body just couldn't function at its best. Ray knew that he needed to figure out how to get some sleep. Let's see, said Ray, thinking hard, and he soon realized what he had to do. I have got to get away from these two suns for starters. He mustered enough energy to flop his wings and started to fly off into space away from the two suns. He flew and flew and flew, hoping that he find a dark place to lay his weary head down. When he finally got far enough away from both suns, he thought for sure he'd find a place to rest, but soon discovered that all of the planets around him were so far from sunshine that they were absolutely freezing. Whirr, said Ray, his teeth chattering. Poor Ray had no choice but to keep flying. Or, ere we go again, he muttered. He was losing hope for ever finding a place to get some sleep when just then, off in the distance, he saw something. It was a large piece of machinery floating in space, a space station. And wait, there was something moving around on the space station too. Ray flew closer until he could see more clearly. Wow, he said. Is that a human astronaut? Ray had read about astronauts from the planet Earth, but had never seen one in person before. He flew even closer and saw that it was indeed a human astronaut. He couldn't believe it, and then Ray realized something. Oh, maybe this astronaut can help me with my problem. And with that, Ray flew right over to the astronaut and tapped her on the shoulder from behind. But her space suit was so puffy she didn't feel it. Then Ray flew around front and looked straight at her through her helmet. She shrugged. Are you an alien? She asked. Depends who you are asking, he said. I am from the planet Solarius. If you asked a bunch of Solarians, I bet they had say you are the alien. The astronaut considered this. I suppose you're right, she said, smiling warmly. I'm Rita. Do you have a name? I'm Ray. Nice to meet you. Amazing to meet you, Ray, she said. What brings you to this solar system? Ray hesitated a bit. Well, I don't mean to bother you, but I could use some help. He explained his dilemma. My planet is too sunny and I can't sleep. Rita could see how exhausted he was. It's never a bother to ask someone for help, she reassured him, and I'm happy to help you. It's night time in many places of Earth right now. You can get some sleep there if you like. Yes, said Ray excitedly. Please. Ray was beside himself with joy. His wings were tired, so he accepted Rita's offer to join her on her space shuttle for the ride back to Earth. With the shift of few gears, they were off. As they sped towards Earth, Rita navigated, explaining exactly how they had been traveling. Well, just go through the Milky Way, turn left at Jupiter, then make the third right before we get to Venus, and we are there. Before they knew it, they had landed on the earth and had made their way to Rita's house. Rita gestured to a sofa filled with soft, cushy pillows. You can sleep right here. Thank you, said Ray as he darted towards the couch, plopped himself down, looked happily out of the window at the beautiful moon and the dark night sky, and fell asleep instantly. Oh my, chuckled Rita. She sat down in an armchair, picked up her newspaper, and started to read. But as soon as she turned to the second page, Ray was awake again. Ah, he said as he let out a stretch. Thanks, I really needed that. He tested out his wings by giving them a quick flap. Yep, wings are good to go too, he said. Well, Rita, since you provided such a good direction, I should have no problem finding my way back to Solarius. Rita was baffled. But don't you need more sleep than that? Oh no, began Ray. Where I come from, we only need to sleep for a minute every 1 billion years. Rita was speechless, and even more so when Ray suddenly threw his arm around her ankles. This is how we hug our friends where I come from. Oh, I see, Rita, said Rita, understanding. She threw her arms around Ray's shoulder. This is how we hug our friends here on the earth. Ray smiled, and with that he stepped out of the door, flapped his wings, and flew off for home, having promised to visit Earth again now that he knew exactly how to get there. Rita watched him fly off into the night sky, which in few more hours would turn to daylight. What a day it's been! After this, I don't know how I am going to get any sleep. The end. Thank you. Have a nice day.